Edinboro guard Hope Mancini, who is in her graduate season, joins Mike and I now on the show. Hope, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. Now, you were a part of last year's team. Unfortunately, an injury sidelined you for a good portion of the season. So you kind of got an interesting aspect on that magical year last year for the women's basketball team. From your eyes, how was last season?
It was very exciting, and we're hoping that we could be just as successful this year, if not more.
So now, individually for you, coming off of that injury, what is your mindset? Obviously, rehabilitation during the season and the off season. Where are you physically and mentally coming into this season?
Well, I'm just hoping not to get hurt. I get taped and I wear braces, so I just have to work on not getting hurt. This is my last year, so I want to stay healthy to play.
With seeing how much success you guys had as a team, was it frustrating, and how frustrating was it for you with that, dealing with that injury, and how difficult was it for you initially?
It was very frustrating, just because we were winning, and I just wanted to be a part of it. But I still was included in everything, so I think that helped. I felt like I was a part of it.
From an outside perspective, what do you think made the team so successful last year? You saw it almost from a coach's perspective, not really playing in it. What do you feel was the real key to making an Elite Eight appearance last season?
Well, we had great chemistry. Everyone played well together, and I think that was like the main thing, that we had great team chemistry.
And you return a cluster of those players that had great chemistry from last season, and you had 2 games under your belt thus far with that cluster, and yourself returning now with braces and bandages and all. And in the first 2 games, a great showing coming off the injury with 26 points in the opener, your second highest career total in the game, following it up with 14, leading the Scots again on the Sunday's win. 2 wins, 2 good performances by you, earned you Scot of the Week this week for Edinboro University. What are your thoughts on your opening season performance?
Well, I thought in both games we all played great together, and I know in the second game I think there was 5 of us in double figures, and everyone got to play, and I think that just shows how great team chemistry we have.
How important is it to have that balance? You had that game with 5 double-figure scores, not having your leading scorer with Val Majeski currently sidelined. How important was that to get everyone involved and have that balance?
I think it's really important because it just gives everyone confidence. I think confidence is very important, because we're going to need everyone for the whole season.
So Mike alluded to it, without Val, one of the leaders on the court and on the team overall. But that's really not stopping you ladies thus far. 2 wins in 2 games, as I mentioned before. How harder does that make it? Is that just really it's the next girl in line, everyone step up their game a little bit to fill that void that Val leaves on the court?
Yeah, well, I just think that just shows how good we are. We're 2-0 and we don't even have our best player yet.
A returning All-American as well, yeah.
So when she comes back, we're gonna be even better.
What do you feel is going to need to happen when you get Val back, when you're at full strength? What is going to need to be the key to success for this season? Is it going to be repeating that chemistry? And if so, what else maybe as well?
I think that we have to work on not turning the ball over as much, myself especially. But I think that once we work on that, I think we have great chemistry. I think that everyone gets along on this team, which is really important. I think that I know one of our goals is to go back to the Elite Eight, and I think we have a really good shot of doing it.
With how well Lauren Hippo excelled last year in that same kind of role that you play with perimeter shooting, how dangerous of a duo could you be, and as a team really shooting from the 3-point line with yourself and then Hippo?
Well, I think that we get that because Ani gets so much attention, so they can't stop Ani inside and us shooting, so they have to pick your poison basically, because Ani is so strong inside.
How difficult will it be for teams to match up now with not only Anya Freeland, but with Anastasia down on the block, a lot of size on that front court? How difficult is it going to be for teams to match up against you guys?
Very hard. And Nicole Johnson's pretty good too. She's a great rebounder. We have a lot of great forwards, and I think that we're definitely even for other teams match our problems. I think that people are going to have to play zone, but then we have shooters. Laurel can shoot too, and then when Val comes back, so I don't know it's going to be hard for other teams to match up with us.
You're definitely going to be a formidable team this season, just like you were last year. You talked about earlier on, Hope, that this is your graduate season. Number one goal is to stay on the court and stay out of the trainer's room.
Yeah.
But what would you like to accomplish this season individually or maybe from a team aspect?
Well, I definitely want to make it to the Elite Eight. I think that I want to definitely be a part of that. I think that's my goal, to make it to the Elite Eight.
Let's see if it happens. And the ladies are
Yeah.
off to a pretty solid start with 2 wins in 2 games. So thanks, Hope. Thanks for
Thank
coming on.
you.
We appreciate it.